Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we'll be doing something a little bit different. We, as you see, have a big wheel in front of us, and on that wheel are a bunch of names of cards. Cards which I think can be built around, but perhaps have been underutilized. This is going to be a little series I'm probably going to do about once a week, probably every Saturday or so, and we are going to spin the wheel, and when that wheel has been spinned, it's going to land on obviously one of these, and then we're going to build a deck around one of these. Now, quick rules for you: we can still use champions. The deck must be, somewhat built around whatever this card is. There are some that you may have thought of that are missing, stuff like Pursuit of Perfection, which I feel has kind of been done. Poros, which I kind of think has been done. I've done it myself, so decks like that I don't think we have to include, but otherwise I think we will be including them. If there are any that I've missed, please feel free to tell me about it. I'm sure that I might have just skipped over one accidentally. It's very possible. I will put this full list in the description for you to look at and see, but we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to see what it lands on. Now, of course, these decks aren't going to potentially be the most competitive ones, but I'm going to see if I can make these cards work. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. Away we go, trance-like, and it will land on one that I'm very, very excited about. Jagged Taskmaster. Taskmaster is our first winner, and so we will be building a deck around Taskmaster and seeing what we can do with it. And so here is the list that I have come up with for our Jagged Taskmaster deck. For those of you who don't know, of course, Jagged Taskmaster, probably a good place to start with the card that we are building around. He is a 3-mana. Is it he or she? Good question. I don't know. Anyway, 3-mana 4/3 plunder. Grant 1-cost allies everywhere. +1/0. So obviously we are dealing with as many 1-cost allies as we can, and I am going to try and make these decks as good as I think that they can be, and I think this is where I like Jagged Taskmaster the best. We are of course combining him with one of the few 1-mana champions in Fizz from his region, of course. And then when I started thinking about Fizz, I started thinking about Fizz's combination with Draven, and I realized that, Draven's biggest fan is an extra 1-drop that we can include potentially, and it just, obviously we're playing a sort of aggro swarm type deck, and so it just got me thinking, okay, we can put in Draven's biggest fan, we've got Fizz, we can go aggro with it, we've got some decent 1-drop options like Jagged Butcher. Then I was thinking, okay, if we're in Draven, we're in Noxus, that's good because they have probably the best 1-drops in Precious Pet, Legion Saboteur. As I mentioned, if we are going wide, then we want to be playing stuff like Arena Battlecaster and House Spider. Now, House Spider is a 2-cost, of course, but its Spiderling is a 1-drop, and so it does give us an extra target for Taskmaster as well. Taskmaster's downside is that you do have to plunder, which means that, oftentimes you will have to open attack. But with Draven, we get stuff like Vision as well in there, which obviously if we're going very wide with all of our options, we can potentially, do something quite neat, and then finish it off with a big crowd favorite as well, considering we should be going pretty wide. So with that said, this is the deck, and combining that, we've got stuff like Jailbreak Frost Spells, combat tricks like Elixir of Wrath, Brother's Bond, which is obviously very good for Fizz, Transfusion, and as mentioned, Vision, and of course Draven's Axes. And I think that this is as a deck could be quite a lot of fun indeed. So let's take it into some games and see if Jagged Taskmaster can live up to the hype. So we come up against Mono Noxus, so we're probably looking at a mirror match of sorts. Not quite, but a mirror match in terms of aggro type things. I quite like our early curve here. Jailbreak obviously will give us something. And there's a lot of different ways you can go this. Of course, you can go into Island Navigator potentially as well. I've gone for a more aggro type, so we get Sinister Poro to start off with. He's probably on Disciple turn 2, you would imagine. But Disciple can't block this Sinister Poro anyway, so we might as well develop and take a look. Yeah. As I say, we might as well do this anyway. And so, you know, with Battlecaster now, potentially we've got a pretty strong attack next turn. That's kind of what we're looking for, of course. So this turn, we're kind of hoping that he open attacks here. Katarina wouldn't be great. Something like Draven isn't ideal either. So we can just go in for Jagged Butcher now. So the Draven is obviously kind of a no-go. Thing is this. I could potentially kill this by like hitting the House Spider, making you a 4/4 with the transfusion. I don't think that's worth it though, ultimately. I think we're better off just coming in for a big open swing. Probably should have kept that crowd favorite, as we find more combat tricks as well. So obviously we'll be using those to the best of our abilities this turn. Coming in for a pretty big swing here. Potentially a monster swing, especially if he doesn't want to block. Okay, he does want to block. Fair enough. I could have Whirling Death. That's always a possibility. We could take him down to what? 5. We could kill him here. Could we? We could deal 6, 8. No, we can only deal 8 more. So we can't kill him here. So what are we doing? Well, we're probably doing this. Keeping you alive. And then we're probably... Am I killing Draven? I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well. The thing is, his deck, you'd imagine, wants to play a unit here and doesn't want to be on the back foot like this. Katarina is actually pretty scary because obviously the Fleeting Blade's Edge actually is a bit of a problem for us. But not so much on a board like this if he does have to trade. The thing that I'm worried about obviously is second Draven with his Whirling Death. Transfusion again to hit the Draven to try and keep this alive. But we can just obviously deal with that. And sort of stop any second transfusion. Unfortunately, the 4 attack will trade into this. Yeah, he has to end the round. Not really what we were looking for in Jailbreak there. He's willing to just end the round. Whoa, okay. Hold the phone, buddy. I mean, you'd imagine something like Darius here, I mean, but there's nothing in... Well, he could have Death's Hand and the like. He could have Death's Hand, that'd be an odd play for him to have, I think. So we just have to take the damage there. What is in his hand? Obviously, yeah, obviously Darius was in his hand. A bunch of combat tricks, maybe? Can he deal 15 to me? That would be impressive, I would have thought. Get an Aristocrat. It's fine. It's a good target for this transfusion if we need it. Fizz. Fizz could be good. Okay, battering ram. Okay, that makes some sense. So we'll play our Fizz. See, the thing is, do I care about this attack? He's below Decimate. And if we block, he potentially can deal more damage to us. So I think we just wait. And sort of, you know, go in next turn. And hope that that's enough. Death's Hand is always the one thing I'm probably most afraid of here. So let's think. He blocks the Draven. He blocks Fizz. We're on 2, 4, 5, 6 damage exactly. So yeah, we can afford to do this. And unless he's got, again, Whirling Death, we should be good. But now the fact that we're good right now helps a lot, because this means he has to do something to one of these. And as soon as he does something to one of these, we can then just ping off the Draven. I mean, is it worth giving it to this? Let's think. You could have, if you had double, you would have thought you just went face, right? Why wouldn't you just go face? So right now he's on 2. So obviously we're doing that, and we're probably gonna give it to this. Is there any downside to giving it to the same target? If he does have Whirling Death, probably rather have the same thing die. This will level up. You can't have a second one, otherwise you'd just go face, surely. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. And this is why we did not block. This is why we did not block. And sometimes you shouldn't block. Yeah, this is why you don't block. We would have lost. Very clearly we would have lost. And this is sometimes why you have to pre-commit as well. So we get a win. It's 20 attack Darius. Just for good measure.
Now we're cooking.
Well, what a game. What a game this has been. As Darius will smack down his brother. Draven's his brother, right? And yeah, we'll win. Okay, Swain Elise. So sort of control. He's running Withering Whale, which obviously is pretty much a death sentence for us. This is a Taskmaster deck, so I'll keep the Taskmaster, and we'll get rid of everything else. Okay, we got a pretty nice early curve. If we can make them survive to crowd favorite, we could be good. Now, I am actually going to jailbreak first to see what we get. Because if we get a hapless, or you know, something like that, or something that can block hapless, then we will 100% take this block. Because what this is going to do is it means that we're definitely going to play Precious Pet. And then depending on what he does, we're potentially going to play Legion Saboteur. And we could play Fizz. He's going to Vile Feast this, but he was going to do that anyway. Just make our attack a little worse. So our question is, do we wait? And with the crowd favorite in hand, I think the answer is always yes. I think we wait. Because we want to get this massive crowd favorite if we can. That's kind of our goal. There's a transfusion. Unfortunately, we don't have the best transfusion target here.
No one's the wiser.
Now, our problem is here, of course, we don't really want Elise to level up. So we might just have to block with one. Unfortunate, it is, yes, but that's all I can do. Now, if he's got Crawling Sensation, obviously we're in quite a lot of trouble right now. Yeah, that's pretty bad as a whole. And to be fair, the attack with all of them... No, that's still right. You can't know. You can't know. Oh, Jesus. I think we attack with you. Looks with a spider, but that's fine. Okay, this dude's got all the spiders. Do that. Get Saboteur. Do I keep Fizz alive? I think we might have to. Again, for this crowd favorite, that's sort of our only way we win, I think. He's got Might? Oh, for Swain. Okay, that's weird. I wouldn't put Might in this deck. If you're running this deck, don't play Might. That's just a bad card to play in this deck. But yeah, obviously we have to go in for these now. And then hope for like House Spider into massive crowd favorite. Play you as well. This dude just got the absolute nuts multiple times. So then we'll go into you, I guess. Get a 5/4. Brings out Swain. I mean, he's just gonna kill us, right? Attack with these. Hey, he doesn't go invisible anymore. But yeah, this game we just got absolutely annihilated by these spiders. This is probably about as bad a matchup as you could have. In general, I think. I can't think of a worse matchup than early spiders with Shadow Isle's control package. It's just crazy. And now he can get the Swain attack off. And yeah, I mean, this game's over. This game was over from literally turn 2, I think. He just played Whale at the end as well. Oh dear. So there is the deck, and as I say, these decks will not be tier 1 by any means, but I'm going to try and make them as good as I can. And I think that this is a pretty decent version of this kind of deck, and certainly can be quite a bit of fun as well. So that's going to end number 1 of Spin the Wheel Saturday. Something like that. I'll probably do it every Saturday or something like that. And yeah, I'll leave the big list of all the cards in the description. And yeah, other than that, my name's been Chris. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and have a really nice day.